Hi and welcome to my channel, Sondra's Homespun Life. In today's video, I will be making a chicken fajita casserole. Now I already have my oven preheating to 350 degrees, so let's go ahead and go to our next step and I'll show you the ingredients that I'll be using to make this casserole. The ingredients that I'll be using to make this recipe today are 4 cups of shredded cooked chicken. That averages out to about 3 large chicken breasts. I'll be using 2 cups of instant rice, which is also called minute rice, a can of cream of chicken soup, a cup of sour cream, 1 cup of the frozen diced onion and bell pepper blend, 1 can of Rotel, or you can use the generic, which is diced tomatoes and chilies, 1½ cups of chicken broth. I'll be making my own using this chicken base, 1 package of fajita seasoning, and 2 cups of the shredded Mexican cheese blend. I'll be making my chicken fajita casserole in a glass 9x13 casserole dish. So what I'm going to do first is lightly spray that with some cooking spray. And I'm just going to set that to the side. For my next step, I'm going to combine the shredded chicken and the rest of the ingredients into this large bowl, and I'm going to mix them up well. So first I'm going to put in my shredded chicken. Next, I'm going to add my chicken broth. Next, I'm adding my can of Rotel, which I'm using the generic. Then I'm going to add my can of cream of chicken soup. Next, my sour cream. My package of fajita mix. Now I'm going to add my cup of the onions and pepper blend. My 2 cups of rice. And next I'm going to add my shredded cheese. Now the recipe calls for 2 cups of shredded cheese, but you divide the cheese into 1 cup halves, adding 1 cup of cheese now and then 1 cup after it bakes. The bag I bought of the shredded cheese has 3 cups, so I just went ahead and divided it up into 1½ cups each. So I'll be adding 1½ cups of the shredded Mexican cheese blend to mine. I have all my ingredients in my bowl, so my next step is to just take a large spoon and mix this all up real well. I have all my ingredients mixed well, and for my next step I'm just going to transfer this over to my casserole dish. Now that I have this put over in my casserole dish, I'm simply going to take my spoon and just spread it out even. So for my next step, I'm going to place this in the oven, which I have preheated at 350 degrees. And I'm going to allow this to bake for about 25 minutes. So once it gets done baking, I'll bring you back and we'll continue on with our next step. Okay, I've gotten my casserole out of the oven after baking it for 25 minutes. So for my last step, I'm going to put the rest of the cheese on top of the casserole, put it back in the oven, and allow it to stay in there until all the cheese is melted. And then I'll be taking it out of the oven, and I'll bring you back then to show you what it looks like. And I'll give this a try and see how it tastes. I removed my casserole from the oven after the cheese is melted. And I already have some put out in a dish, so I'm going to give it a taste real quick and try it out. It's very good. It's good and moist. It's not dry. It's really cheesy. And the peppers and onions adds a good flavor to it. It's good. But instead of making you all sit here and watch me eat, I guess I'll tell you, thanks for joining me. And until next time, guys, bye.